Tilray is moving higher after hours, announcing a new deal just seconds ago with cannabis retailer MedMen, taking a majority position in the company's outstanding convertible notes with a path to take a significant equity share. MedMen has operational locations in about 6 states, including California, Massachusetts, and Florida. And joining us now in a first on CNBC interview is Tilray CEO Irwin Simon. Irwin, with shares up 7% after hours. You just closed the Tilray deal. You're on a buying spree. Talk to us about the logic behind this deal.
So why MedMen? It's an iconic brand that's known around the world. They've gone through their challenges, but they've had a great turnaround. Tom Lynch and the team has turned this business around. There was $100 million that went into the business. Sarah is a pipe to invest. So, there's a strong balance sheet. They today have 25 stores, 21 licenses. They plan to open up another 5 this year. So ultimately, lots of good retail coverage out there. They're in about 50% of the U.S. in regards to states. So what MedMen does for Tilray, it gives us a great brand. Ultimately, once legalization happens, it gives us potential to own a great company that we can, ultimately take into the rest of the world. Canada has opportunities for MedMen. Europe has opportunities for MedMen. There's opportunities at wholesale. And as I announced a few weeks ago, I have a $4 billion objective to get to by 2024, and this is, the start of it.
I honestly didn't even realize that the company was still around, or when it was so hot years ago. People were calling it the Apple of pot. There were billboards. It is a penny stock now. It's a shell of itself. The stock got up to $26. It's now trading under $1. So what happened to it, and what's left of it?
It went through its challenges, and I like challenges. I like turnarounds, and I like companies that have great brands. And you think about it here, it today has 25 retail stores. And ultimately, upon legalization, the opportunities of store within a store. And one day, I hope you see a MedMen and a Target and a Walmart. So with that, great retail presence. And you step back and think about it. You ask about cannabis brands and iconic brands, just like you said, you didn't think it was around. But everybody knows that MedMen brand, and everybody knows that red bag. And Tom Lynch and his team have done a great job in turning this around. And here we are now with, MedMen 2.0 to take it to a next level. Michael Cerruta put in $100 million with other investors. So you got money to invest back in stores, back in brand. They're opening up a store right next to Fenway Park in the next few weeks, which will be a major store. So I'm really excited about it.
Talk us about the structure of the deal, Irwin, and how close you were just to buying it 100%.
Well, I can't buy it 100% because I can't own anything in regards to, cannabis companies that touches the plant. I had to get approval from the TSX. I had to get approval from NASDAQ to do this. I ended up buying the notes from Gotham, who are great partners to work with. And I worked with Michael and his team on this here. So ultimately, today, our notes will convert to equity, which will be one of the largest shareholders when that happens. And ultimately, upon legalization, and you've got to know, I believe legalization is coming, that I was able to go ahead and do this. And, I've been asked, why aren't you doing options? Why aren't you investing in this company? And now I feel, listen, option now, legalization is around the corner. And at the end of the day, I see tremendous value here. So what we paid for these notes and what we've invested, there's just tremendous value that will be created here.
Is legalization around the corner, Irwin? Senator Schumer, you were on with us before that bill, the draft bill was released, and you were really excited about it, as was the street. And then it came and it sort of landed with a thud, and all the pot stocks sold off, and all the analysts said it's not likely that this is actually going to come to fruition anytime soon.
Listen, Sarah, I think there is. I think something got to happen is exactly what Senator Schumer has put forth in a bill. But something got to happen. And, 93% of consumers want legalization. So that's who gets out there and vote. Today, it's legal in 37 states. So something will happen within cannabis. And, from an adult use, from a medical standpoint, and there's so many opportunities where tax dollars can be brought into the coffers from cannabis. So something's got to be happen. And, I'm going to be out there lobbying harder than ever to make sure something happens.